welcome to discoverencinitas.com. I'm Michelle DiCarlo, a local realtor here and the sponsor of Discover Encinitas. And today I'm very excited because I've got a wonderful guest today, Mr. Charles Vest, who is the Director of Sales and Marketing for an amazing company, especially now, called Glan Health. Welcome, Charles.
Well, thank you very much for having me. How are you today?
I am doing pretty awesome, actually. I'm doing good. I'm excited to have you on the show.
Well, I'm excited to be here and can't wait to share about how people can have, better safety, health, and a clean environment without paying a lot of money.
Wow, that sounds good to me. I look forward to hearing all about it. Thanks, Charles. So tell me, how are things going for you? How did you end up in into this company?
Oh, great question. So actually, the way that I was introduced into the sanitization, disinfectant product services division is because I work for a company that owns 20 different companies, and they hired me to do business development for a couple other companies. And one division is the restaurant division, which ran into a big stop sign about 4 months ago. And so they asked if I would help run another division. So I'd never done this before, sanitization services. But as I've got to know what our products do and how many people we can actually help, I couldn't be more excited about being able to really provide something that so many people need right now in the country, actually in the world.
True, worldwide. We'll start with Encinitas and we'll go from there because there's a lot of need for what you do.
Absolutely. Encinitas is a great example of, a local community that is waiting for the green light so that people can get back to business and open their shops. There's so much, there's so many different types of shops in Encinitas, and most owners really don't know what to do in regards to the CDC guidelines and the state guidelines and all of that, and how to really protect themselves, their employees, and their patrons. And so that's where I come in. I kind of get to be a hero. I let them know that they can sanitize and protect themselves for up to a month with our services, and it only costs a couple $100 usually.
It's a process.
Well, I always say a thing like I say this little thing from I can't turn my phone off. There we go. I say this little thing from Al Pacino. Say hello to my little friend back there in the corner there, and we use an electrostatic gun that actually positively charges molecules or particles so that it attracts and sticks to everything negative. In layman's terms, it actually makes all of our non-toxic chemicals stick on everything like a glove, like a sanitized glove on all of your furniture, your clothes, your door handles, everything. And so that's what's kind of different about us. You don't have to wipe everything down. You can just use our fogger, if you will. But because everything is positively charged, everything is covered, even under the chair. It's pretty amazing.
Wow. That's really cool because you don't even think about that. But maybe sometimes someone, if you want to move a chair, you do put your hands underneath that chair and slide it forward. You might not think about that sort of contact.
Well, let's take a person that, I've been in Encinitas and they have the movie theater there, right? And so imagine the owner of that theater knowing that he has to, or she has to clean every chair that someone sits in, whether they sit in them or not. They have to clean every one of them. So we can come in and actually protect all of the chairs that are in a theater, all of the leather, all of the fabric, the front, the back, everything. And so all they have to do is come in and just clean the hard surfaces of the arms, and everything else is protected. That's kind of the aha for a lot of folks. Dentists, they want to clean their equipment, but what about everything in their office being protected? And that's kind of what we do for them.
Right. No, it's true. So many points of contact you don't even really recognize right away, but there's a lot, I'm sure.
There is a lot.
And that's cool.
What's interesting. What's interesting, sorry to interrupt you. I don't know if you saw that video that was made in Japan where they put the glow in the dark liquid on a person's hand, and they had them just go through a buffet line in a restaurant, and then they turned the lights off after 30 minutes to see who was contaminated, who had any of that substance on their body. and every single person in the
Oh,
restaurant
wow.
had it on their face, their hands, everything. And it's because, they touched the tongs, everybody touched the tongs. They touched the rail, the door handle, the whatever, and it just kind of went through the whole place. So imagine if everything was protected so that as soon as any germs or viruses touch the surface, they're immediately destroyed and you don't have to worry about cross-contamination. It's kind of a cool deal.
That is wild. No, I have not seen that video, and I think it would probably freak me out
It was pretty freaky.
to realize how quickly something could spread, especially at a buffet, but still, like that's that's crazy. No, that's a good visual though, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a video of you at a hair salon and I thought
Yes.
that that's just great. There's just so much to clean there. And this way you come in, you do a service. And so how long does your service last or do you find people are doing it on a regular basis or how does that work?
Yeah, so there's there's so many kinds of customers right now, Michelle. The hair salons are just now getting their okay to open up, and so I'm getting a lot of calls from that. I got a special right now on that. If I can share that, that'd be great. But
Sure.
oh well, great. I literally for $100 I do most salons. And that's it. We normally charge 10 cents a square foot, but I want to really help people that are reopening and they have a small business. So hair salons, barbershops as they're coming on board, massage therapists, all those small shops, nail salons, if they finally get to open, I'm only charging $100 to do them. And so they get a 28-day certificate of sanitization when I do that. And so
Oh.
that's a pretty long time once a month. It doesn't mean that they don't have to clean, for the areas that people touch a lot, like heavy traffic, but it
Mhm.
does mean that everything else is sanitized and protected. It's really like a glove on all of your surfaces, and there's no way you could do it on your own.
Wow. That's a great deal.
Have I sold you? Do you want to get your
You,
shop done?
you got my attention. If I had a hair salon, boy, you'd be there.
Okay, so there is something you do offer that I would
Yeah.
like to remind you of, and I kind of gave you a heads up warning that I was going to share something that is right up your alley, and that is in real estate. One of the ways that people are using our services is, imagine when you sell a home and you're one of the best real estate brokers agents out there. I know that's how they don't just say, hey, this is Michelle. This is Michelle, the amazing real estate broker, right? So when you have a the after your name, you're really
Yeah.
good at something.
Well,
And
thank you.
so, imagine when you sell a home, uh, or actually when you buy a home, how would you feel if the moment you walked in, you saw that place was sanitized and certified that it was clean
Mhm.
when you walked in the door? You don't want old people's germs. You don't want old
Right,
people's viruses, right? And
right.
so we come in when the house is empty, takes us about an hour. We make sure everything's sanitized and protected, and then we leave a certificate of sanitization. And realtors really love that peace of mind. And I just charge a few $100s for it, and the customer just feels so much safer coming into this type of environment.
Yeah, I love that. Love it. I'm going to tell all my
Good.
realtor friends about it
Please do. Please do.
because that
And
is
and
that is
for every
awesome.
5 friends you tell, yours is free.
Okay. Well, I've got more than five people that I know I can tell about
I
this.
know you do.
Absolutely.
I know you do.
And that's what a cool thing, especially right now. Whether it's someone that's moving in, you don't want the previous owner's germs, or maybe it's your tenant, your renter, and you're moving in to
Yes.
somewhere new. And then there's
Yes.
there's VRBOs, those vacation rentals. They've got to do a cleaning in between every tenant. You know.
That's a good idea.
Oh, I have a few of those.
A great marketing tip. Yes, VRBOs. Yes.
Yep. Yep. Nope.
So I really just enjoy knowing, not just providing, but knowing that I'm providing a real service, not something that, like I was looking at the competition, Michelle, and as I was looking at the competition, they're using bleach and steam to
Mhm.
clean things. When you see like Spain and all those other countries, they got this really hot steam that they're pushing. I mean, that's going to kill germs and viruses, but all that bleach or all that chlorine eventually is going to be toxic for our
Sure.
bodies, and especially our kids. And so it's real important that I share that ours is non-toxic, no alcohol, no bleach, no chlorine. This is really the same type of ingredients that's used in eyedroppers and baby wipes. It's the
Wow.
same ingredient.
And
So
yet
that's much
it,
safer.
it sanitizes, even though it's as mild as far as like the content of the chemicals. It's not
Yeah,
harmful.
FDA approved active ingredient. And it's a lot of really high end hand sanitizers use the same active ingredients that we use.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, especially right now in a time of need and scarcity, there's a lot of low end products out there that just say, we got 70% alcohol, use us. And I mean, yeah, you're going to kill things, but eventually that builds up on the human body, and especially inside, lungs. And I just let people know it's up to you. I mean, you can kill viruses, but you want to stay alive in the process.
Right. You don't want to cause other issues. So that's really
Yes,
good to know. So yours is non-toxic.
yes.
And the fact that it's a fog, I think you mentioned,
It's
um,
it's kind of a mist, but yeah, we can call it a fog.
like a mist. So it
Mhm.
hits all kinds of surfaces and
It
it doesn't.
floats throughout your entire office or room or even your outside furniture. It just floats, and then it attaches itself because it magnetically attaches itself to all surfaces. I mean, if I held a cup in front of my gun and I sprayed the cup, not only will the front part be moist, but the back part will be also, because it's magnetized. It comes back around and
Wow.
attaches itself. So it really does give a full glove of protection.
Cool. Cool
Do I
technology.
sound excited about my product?
Just a little bit. And you're getting me excited about it too.
All right, good, good. Well, I'll take care of you. Just point me in the right direction with my little friend, and we'll come in there and take care
I
of you.
love that. Say hello to my little friend.
Yes, I just
Uh,
did. You might have saw my. Actually, you probably got to put it up there. My meme, of me with all of my. I'm suited up with my goggles and my booties and my gun, and it's all misty. And I feel like a superhero walking into the environment. And so I promise you that one of your customers is going to hear the theme to Ghostbusters when I walk into their door, because I have a saying, who you gonna call, right? Germ busters, right? That's my website. And so I have a lot of fun, but I'm really serious about destroying germs and viruses and making your environment clean.
yeah, that's great. Thank you, Charles. I love that. And when you described your outfit, I definitely pictured Ghostbusters right away. Um,
Good. You
yep.
should see me with that backpack on right there. Then I really look like a Ghostbuster coming through.
That's great. Okay, one more quick thing
Yes.
before you get back to killing all those germs.
Yes, I'm actually going to two churches that they're now churches are about ready to open. I think it's the 8th that they get to open. And so they're asking me to come in and sanitize all of the pews of the
Yeah.
church. And, for me, it just takes 15 minutes or so. But imagine having to wipe every single one of them down, trying to spray
Wow.
and wipe. So they're
Yeah.
pretty happy to see me.
Oh, I bet. It's easy. It's not harmful and it
And it
penetrates.
dries in 10 minutes, completely dry, just like hand sanitizer. I don't know how. Do you know how hand sanitizer works? For some reason, you wipe it and all of a sudden your hands are dry. I still don't know how that works, but that's the same stuff that we use.
I can't even begin to wonder that one. I have no idea.
It's a chemical mystery. It's magic. It's like unicorns.
Science.
Yes, science. Yes, science.
So Charles, tell me what do you love most about Encinitas?
Ooh, what I love most about Instant is, I was watching. I mean, this wouldn't be what I probably would answer every day, but because of the situations that are going on right now around the world, and all the marching and the protesting, what I love about Instant is number one, they were the first ones to
Mhm.
say, "Heck with y'all, we're gonna go march. We're gonna go peacefully protest. Don't let us have access to our beach. Are you crazy?" I love that part about Instant. But even more importantly, I love the fact that, I mean, I've dealt with Encinitas for at least 20 years now. I was actually part of the first computer store in Encinitas called CompUSA. If you've been there long enough, that was it. And little side note, I actually was the person who sold Heaven's Gate their computers. They paid
Whoa,
cash. All right.
whoa.
So anyway, I know that's how old I am. But what the thing about Instant is that there is a complete welcoming of all races, creeds, everything, and it's apparent. You walk into any establishment in Encinitas and you're welcome and you're greeted with a smile. And the person behind the counter will probably have some type of accent. It's just prevalent throughout the city. And I don't know what happened to Encinitas that made it that way, but I really appreciate it today knowing that that microcosm of real togetherness and unity is happening in Encinitas on a daily basis. And so I'm really proud of you that you are also promoting the importance of taking care of small businesses and keeping them open and shining the light on them. And anything I can do to help out, I'm right there behind you, Michelle.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. And I love that about Encinitas too. There's a lot of love here, a lot of
Yes.
variety and a lot of love. And I don't know what it is either, but cool. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yes, ma'am.
Charles, thank you so much for being on discoverencinitas.com. All the best to you.
Thank
And
you.
I
Thank
look
you.
forward to sharing about your business, especially to realtors, because I know a lot of realtors going through closing escrow, renting properties, and things like that. And I'm definitely going to pass the word along. So thanks again for being here.
My pleasure. Anytime. Let your realtor friends know that even though I have a special right now for, it's like $200 for 2,500 square feet. If you have 3,500 square feet or maybe even a little more, I'm still going to give the $200 special. So I'm very flexible, and I really want to make sure that, people that come in as a referral get treated extremely well. So I get more referrals that way. So please have them contact me.
I sure will. Wow, that's a great deal. Thanks, Charles.
You're welcome. Thanks for
Okay.
having me.
Yeah, thank you.